Abhyas Savapatischa Namo Namo. So today is a very special day. Number one, Kartik Masam is both Shivaradhana and Vaishnavarādhana. Okay, that's the speciality of Kartika Masam. After this, you have Dhanur Masam, which is Vaishnavarādhana, and then Magha Masam, Shivaradhana, right? And in Kartik Masam, today is called Chilaka Dwadashi. This is the day when Kshirasagara Madanam happened, and this is the day when Sri Mahavishnu took the incarnation as a Kurma Avataram, and this is the day Sri Mahalakshmi came out, and this is the day she actually married to Sri Mahavishnu. And it is very, very, the grace of God, I should say, because when Raj and I were talking, I looked at convenience for me, because today is a holiday and then next 2 days are only the days I need to take off, and then Saturday, Sunday, right? 5 days you have to do Sundarakandam. So, with God's grace, I said this time looks good, and I didn't even look at any Tidhi or anything. And today's newspaper, I read about this Chilka Dwadashi, right? And of course, Paurnami fell on Saturday, which is again another very great day. So I can only say that God has been extremely compassionate and kind to have enabled this Sundarakandam recital, and also, of course, Raj's hospitality to host and do the thing, right? So Sundarakandam we will recite for 5 days, and we will try to cover various aspects. So the first thing is, even before we go into Sundarakandam, how did Ramayana come into a real form that we recite today, written by Valmiki Maharshi, right? It is Adi Kavyam. So now you ask a question, what is Kavyam, right? What is the difference? So they say that Vedam is like a king. It will tell you do this, don't do this. Then you have a lot of Puranams. Puranams also tell exactly what Vedam tells. There is absolutely no difference. It is just that it is like a friend. Very nicely, Puranam will try to tell. What Vedam tells is the same thing that you will get. You read Bhagavatam, you read Devi Puranam, anything, it's whatever Vedam is telling. You open Rudradhyayam, whatever you read, Bhagavatam also will tell the same thing. Kavyam, they say, is like a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whatever, friend, right? Is like a lover, right? Who is very nicely trying to tell, very pleasing way, it tells what should be done, what should not be done. So, Ramayana is none other than Vedam, okay? And they say Veda Vedye Pare Pumsi means Vedam took the form of Rama, and the whole Vedam is described in Ramayana. That's it. It ran on this earth and in our country, right? So it is happened. It is not something Valmiki Maharshi thought and wrote. It happened. And what is the reason? What is the proof that it happened? The second slokam of Valmiki Ramayana in Balakandam, right? That's very second slokam is the most powerful slokam. I'll explain about that with God's grace on 4th day. That's a question actually. It came out of a question from Valmiki Maharshi. Narada comes and Valmiki Maharshi says, Konvasmin sampratam loke gunavan kascha viryavan dharmagnascha krutagnascha satyavakyo dhrudhavrataha charitrena chakoyuktaha sarvabhuteshu kohitaha vidvankaha samardascha kaschaika predarsanaka atmavanko jitakroto Jutimanko anasuyakaha sarva vibhyati devascha jataroshasya samyuke. So it's a question asking about 16 qualities. All these are 16 qualities. Konvasmin sampratam loke. Who is there today? At that point of time, he is asking who is there today. So it is not something that a story he wrote. he said, Konvasmin Sampratam Loke, who is there today with these 16 attributes, right? Gunavan Kahak, Viryavan, Dharmagnascha, Krutagnascha. 16 attributes which we can talk later. And in response to this question, is the answer which is called the Sanchipta Ramayanam from Narada. And then Valmiki Maharshi, is constantly thinking about Ram, in that Sanchipta Ramayanam. And that is when he has the darshan of Lord Brahma, and he gives the boon to Valmiki that once you do Achamanam and sit and start to write, you will be able to see all the characters, that all the people who were involved in Ramayana, including whatever was running in their minds. You will be able to see that. And that is how entire Ramayana came. In fact, you should, when you read Balakandam, you will see it is basically Sita went and sat in Valmiki Ramayana's ashram, and that is when Valmiki was able to write. It is none other than Sita is no different than Lakshmi, Saraswati or Durga, right? Saraswati went and sat in his ashram. Naturally, he was able to write all that. So, the importance of a question can be understood, right, from that. It's the beautiful question from Narada. Otherwise, if that question was not there, Ramayana would never have come out, right? And that is one. What is Ramayana? Okay, so I explained about how it came, but what is Ramayana in the first place? What is the meaning of Ramayana? Rama Ayana. That means, Ayana means the path. So the path of Rama, which is nothing but dharma, which is exactly what Vedam prescribes. So if someone understands Ramayana, he would have already understood, he will understand the path to dharma. And that is where I think Ramayana is none other than Vedam. Okay? There is another path, there is another description, Rama means Sita. And Ramayana means it's the virtue of Sita. And you will see that in Sundarakanda. That's why Sundarakanda is so powerful, right? It's the virtue of Sita. In fact, Valmiki Maharshi never named it as Ramayana. If you see, it is called Sitaya Charitam Mahat Paulastya Vadam. That is the name of Ramayana actually. He described it as Sita's Charitra. It is not Rama's Charitra or anything, right? We call it Ramayana because it is convenient for us, or for whatever be the thing, right? Of course, it is Ramayana, no doubt about it. But it is Sita's Charitra, that's the beauty of it. So, then what is, the Sundarakandam is a very unique thing, which we will come to that within Ramayana. There are two things in the entire Vedic literature in India, which are very, very powerful, as elders say. One is Sundarakandam, the other one is Saundarya-Lahari. These are the only two things that people say, whatever it is, any problems, you can recite, they are a class apart, right? And anyone can recite, it's not Vedam, right? There are a lot of restrictions on who can recite, who cannot recite. Rudradhyayam cannot be recited by anyone. Purusha Suktam cannot be recited by women, right? But Ramayana, no problem. Sundarakandam, no problem. Saundarya-Lahari, absolutely no problem. And both are related to beauty. Sundarakandam is the beauty of mother. Saundarya-Lahari is beauty of mother. In one case, it is described in a physical form in Saundarya-Lahari. Shankaracharya describes the beauty in a physical form. He describes in Sri Chakram, he describes Kundalini, and he describes the philosophical Atma Tattvam. Sundarakandam it will never describe like that. But they are all hidden inside, and we will try to go through that. It will be described as a story, and you have to dig inside the story to find out what is the beauty in that, right? You have to search for that. But both talk the same thing, and you can see a lot of correlation. In fact, I've been trying to do some study about the different aspects of Sundarakandam and then find the correlation to Lalita Sahasranamam. And I could see a lot of correlation. And you do more research, right? Almost entire Lalita Sahasranamam will fold into Sundarakanda, no doubt about it. And both are related to Shakteyam. Both is Saundarya Lahari is fully Amba, Shakti, and Sundarakanda is fully Sita, Shakti. So, how is, as I said, right? Veda Vedye Pare Pumsim Jate Dasaradhatmaje. So, Vedam came as Dasaradhatmaja, the son of Dasharatha. Veda Pracheda Sadasit Sakshad Ramayanatmanaha. That means, the Vedic description ran as Ramayana on this earth, right? And it's just that Paramatma took the human form, to become Sri Ram and teach us the whole thing. And that is the power of, of all the Dashavataras, right? Ramavataram is powerful because of that reason. As a human form, he taught what is right, what is wrong. In fact, as if you take Vamana, if you take Narasimha, and if you understand the Vedic principles, it is very easy for us to dismiss, saying that he is God, so he can do anything. But as Sri Ram, right, he lived as a human. There is no escape for us, right? You have to, in fact, you just take Sri Ram as a human and then try to analyze and look through the things. There are many things that will force you to cut off, saying that if Ram can do, I can also do. You can do it, actually. It's not, you don't need to kill Ravana, but there is a different form by which you can do that. So, it is that powerful. Where is all this power coming from? What is that? Right? In Ramayana. I didn't even come to Sundarakanda. I'm talking of Ramayana. So, you have to understand that, right? There are 6 kandas, right? Balakanda, Ayodhya Kanda, Aranya Kanda, Kishkinda Kanda, Sundarakanda and Yuddha Kanda. So, you just have to take a step back and understand how did he name the kandas, right? He's a poet, so he has written, Brahmadeva did not tell, or Ramayanam did not happen according to kandas, right? It happened. So, he broke it and said, these are the kandas. How did he decide? So, did he decide based on the age? Okay, let's say Balakanda. Then ideally Ayodhya Kanda should be Taruna Kanda, right? It's not Taruna Kanda, it's Ayodhya Kanda. So the age factor is gone. Is it based on the location? Okay, let's say Balakanda, he used Ayodhya Kanda, he said it's based on location. You go to Aranya Kanda, that works. He's in Kishkinda Kanda, so Kishkinda Kanda. But Sundarakanda, again, it is gone, right? Sundarakanda should have been something like Lanka Kanda or something, and Yuddha Kanda could have been Lanka Yuddha Kanda. But it's not that. So it became Sundarakandas again. Is it based on the context? Okay, he's in Ayodhya, so its context is Ayodhya. He's in Aranya, is a context of Aranya. But then Sundarakanda again will break that context. So there is something else. There is no way Sundarakandam fits in, and there is something else that he is bringing in, right? And he could have named it as Sita Anveshana Kanda, but he said Sundarakanda. So what is the thing, And Valmiki Maharshi says his nomenclature is a guideline for the future poets. And in fact, you will see that in Kalidas works, right? It's all very, very unique way of representing. So let's now go back for a minute and try to understand what is the significance of these names. And then you will understand Sundarakandam better. Balakanda, right? One way, as we said, is Ram is as a boy, so Balakanda. No. It is actually the story of Vishwamitra. In fact, if you read Balakanda in Ramayana, it is amazing. You will see how he shapes Sri Ram. In fact, he actually made Ram as Sri Ram, right? He transformed Ram as Sri Ram. Though it's a deviation, there are 2 great sages in Ramayana that you can not miss. One is Vasistha, the other one is Vishwamitra. Both are amazing. See, Vasistha, right? We read in Vishnu Sahasranamam, Vyasam Vasistha Naptaram, right? Shakte Pautrama Kalmasham. So Vasistha is Brahma Manasaputra. But what is his reason to serve as a head priest in Dasharatha's clan? Honestly, if you look through, right? No, he stayed there for long only to give the name Sri Ram. That's it, Rama. So Rama comes from two bijaksharams. One is from Om Namo Narayanaya, right? Ra came from there. Om Namah Shivaya Ma. So Ra Ma. That's how it came. Rama is Agni Bijam, Ma is Amruta Bijam. You say Ra, you know it produces fire in the belly, and then it cuts off all the sins, and Ma will enable you to not to do any more sins. That's why Rama is such a powerful name. And so it is Vishwamitra who took Ram. In fact, it's very interesting. In Balakanda, Dasharatha says, I want to get Ram married. Immediately Vishwamitra comes. He thought that he'll get his son married, Vishwamitra comes. That's it. And he says, I want to take Ram. Dasharatha cries. And Vasishtha tells, you don't know with whom and for what purpose you are sending him. Please send. And he took him. He gave all the armory, and then married with Sita, and after that you will not hear Vishwamitra at all anywhere. So it is all about Vishwamitra, and that is why Vishwamitra is called Bala, Baludu, right? It's Balakanda. He's a Brahmagnani, so he's as pure as a small boy. That is why it's a Balakanda. No. In Balakanda, it talks about all the different aspects of brahmacharya. Sri Rama will be taught about everything that a brahmachari should know. And as a result, you practice brahmacharyam in the Balakanda. After Balakanda brahmacharyam, you go to Gruhasthashramam, right? In Gruhasthashramam is all Ayodhya Kanda. Ayodhya means one that cannot be defeated. That's the meaning of Ayodhya Kanda. So, what is Ayodhya Kanda? Rama is at Ayodhya Kanda. He cannot be defeated. When Kaikeyi asked him to leave, he'll leave. No problem. You cannot defeat me, right? That's it. That's his nature. So it doesn't matter. He sleeps in the palace. He can sleep under the tree. It doesn't matter. So he made himself that strong to go out. That's Ayodhya Kanda. Next is Aranya Kanda. See, Aranya means, we know it is forest. Forest is has the significance of being, what is called Gambhiryam, right? It is very intense. You get lost in the forest. So that's a stage when you start to go back and start to reflect, right? It's a transitionary stage to the reflection. So you move away from the worldly desires, and that's Aranyakanda. Once you have gone through that, you now have to go back and really do the soul searching. See, that's why in our, if a human has 100 years, 25 years is Brahmacharyam, 25 years is Gruhastham, next 25 years is Vanaprastham, last 25 years is Sannyasashramam, right? Sannyasam is not to leave people and go. It is to reflect back and understand, through a thought, through a Atma Vicharam, right? You introspection, and then find the eventual happiness that is within a person, right? That is Sundarakanda. Sundarakanda effectively teaches how to do the soul searching, to find the Brahma Vidya Swarupini within every human, right? All of us have, otherwise all of us has Kundalini, otherwise how are we even walking, right? She's there, mother is sitting inside everyone, but it's all about finding yourself, finding that mother within, right? That is Sundarakandam. And it is this very journey is presented in Sundarakandam in a beautiful way. Saundaralahari also presents, as I said, in the 4 different forms, but Sundarakanda presents in a completely different form, which makes everyone very happy, right? And at the end of Sundarakandam, you will see absolute happiness. Where is that happiness? It's all within, right? We are the same people, but that happiness comes in primarily because of that. And Yuddhakandam and Uttarakandam is all about defeating the forces that obstruct you and then finally reaching the God. That's the whole concept of these 6 kandams, and that's why the word Sundarakandam came right in the middle. It's not Sitanveshana Kanda or anything, right? This is the inner secret. Now, Sundarakanda is also called Upasana Kanda. Upasana means something that can be done repeatedly, time and again. So why is it called Upasana Kanda? Because you have any problem, you want to get someone married, you want kids, you want some problems to be resolved, you want to defeat some ill health, whatever it is, right? Just go and recite Sundarakandam in a prescribed format and they say that that will, that will break the whole thing. So, and that is why we are doing Sundarakandam today, right? It brings that happiness, and when you have happiness, all the problems are gone. So the way we will go ahead is, it's not that there are 2000 slokams in Sundarakanda. Ramayana is 24,000 slokas, and 24,000 out of 24,000 slokas, every 1,000 slokas starts with a bijaksharam. And if you take all the bijaksharams together, you will get Gayatri Mantram. And Gayatri Mantram is the only one which has every letter as a bijaksharam. See, otherwise all other mantrams will have only one letter as bijaksharam. But Gayatri Mantram has all the letters as bijaksharam. So, Gayatri Mantram is embedded inside Ramayana. And you will hear in Sundarakandam in the next few days, the situations where it shows Sri Ram as the Mantradhisthana Devata of Gayatri Mantram Mantradhisthana Devata, and also Sita as Gayatri Mantram Mantradhisthana Devata. So you will get that. All those are covered in Sundarakandam. That's why it's a very powerful kanda, and that's why you can recite many times. Now, what we will be doing is, we will never be able to complete all 2000 slokas in that, because you have to understand the meaning, right, and the inner philosophy. I will try to cover through important slokams and then give the meaning, and then stitch the story around. So that way, right, important slokams will be covered. So the best way, the most beautiful way Sundarakanda is ever described is a nice little poem called Sundare Sundaro Ramaha, Sundare Sundari Kada, Sundare Sundari Sita, Sundare Sundaram Vanam, Sundare Sundaram Kavyam, Sundare Sundaram Kapihi, Sundare Sundaram Mantram, Sundare Kimna Sundaram. What is not Sundaram? It ends with what is not Sundaram? There is nothing that is not Sundaram, right? Sundare Sundaro Ramaha. So the word Rama itself is beautiful. The form of Rama himself is beautiful. They say Pumsam Mohana Rupaya Punya Slokaya Mangalam. He's so beautiful. Pumsam Mohana Rupaya. As a man, Sri Mahavishnu is the most beautiful when you see. And Rama is very beautiful. He is Sri Mahavishnu. He is so beautiful. Punya Slokaya Mangalam. Even the sages have come and then fell in love with the Sri Ram. That is the beauty of Sri Ram. No, that's not it. The attributes, the gunas of Sri Ram are the most beautiful, right? When you look through, you will see that when Kaikeyi said, your father wants you to go to the forest, he immediately leaves. He says, Amma, no problem, I am a sage. For me, either palace or forest, it doesn't matter. I will go. And it's dharmam all the time, right? You will see that. In fact, honestly, if you see, if at all there is one kanda that cannot be there, that will not be there, if Sri Rama just put dharmam aside, right, it is Sundarakanda. Why? He goes to Sugriva, and Sugriva has four vanaras around him, right? Only 4. And he meets with Sugriva, and because why he goes to Sugriva? Because there is Kabanda who becomes Gandharva, and he says, you go to Sugriva and he'll help you. So anyone would think that the Sugriva will have a huge army and then he can send his army to Ravana, right? No, Sugriva has 4 vanaras. And he tells, my brother Vali is there, and my brother Vali is so powerful that he took Ravana in his armpit and then went all around. But I'm escaping from my brother Vali, and then I'm sitting here. What should anyone do? What would anyone do, right? We would all be thinking, okay, very nice meeting you, Mr. Sugriva, but let me go and make friendship with Vali, right? Isn't it? That's a very natural instinct. Rama didn't do it. He said, how can I get my wife with the help of someone who abducted Sugriva's wife? So, and he had to prove to Sugriva himself by breaking those trees, by killing that, Dundubi's, by hitting that Dundubi's, skeleton, and killing Vali, and then giving him time, and then sending all the Vanaras to find out Sita. See, he went through that hardship, right? Why should he go through? That's dharma. He will not do anything if it is not dharmam, right? That's the beauty of Ram. It's not anything else, right? Sundare Sundaro Ramaha. Sundare Sundari Kada. They didn't say Sundare Sita Kada first. They said Sundare Sundari Kada. What is Sundare Sundari Kada? What is that Sundari? She is none other than Bala Tripura Sundari. Sita is none other than Bala Tripura Sundari. What is the proof? At the end of Ayodhya Kanda, Dasharatha asks his minister Sumantra, how is my daughter-in-law? He doesn't ask, how is my son? He asks, how is my daughter-in-law? Because he's worried about his daughter-in-law. No, if his daughter-in-law is not happy, right, Ram cannot be happy. So he wants to find out. So he asked. Then Sumantra answers, Baleva Ramate Sita Balachandra Nibanana Rama Rame Yadinatma Vijanepi Vane Sati. So he says Bala. He uses the word. This is how entire Ramayanam you will see all the codings, right? And you have to uncode them and find out. Lalita Sahasranamam has this word called Bala. That is the name of Lalita Parameshwari. So Sita is none other than Bala Tripura Sundari. I'll give you another example. Same Sita is sitting under Shinshupa Vruksham. For Ravana, she looked like a woman who he can abduct and enjoy. For Hanuman sitting right on top of the tree, she looked like God, and he prayed, right? Same person, same situation. For one it is like this, for the other person it is like that. And she has made that difference, right? She has actually appeared like that to people. Why? If she didn't behave like that, Ravana would not have done it, right? That's Bala Tripura Sundari. And you will understand more about that tomorrow, with God's grace. Sundare Sundari Sita. So what is that Sundare Sita? Sita is beautiful. She's Sri Mahalakshmi, right? That's why Ravana saw her and then said, okay, I should take her and marry her. No, not that. You will hear in Sundarakandam her devotion towards Ram. It's undisputed devotion towards Ram, right? Come what may. It's only Ram and nothing more. That devotion is the beauty. It's not the physical beauty that we talk here and throughout the Sundarakandam. It's her undisputed devotion that you will see. Sundare Sundaram Vanam, beautiful Lanka. You will hear tomorrow. The entire Lanka and the Ashoka Vanam, very beautiful. It's unparalleled. And still, Sita doesn't. Ravana took her and showed entire Lanka. She went and sat under the tree. That's it. Sundare Sundaram Kavyam. Entire Ramayanam is a Kavyam, beautifully described. Sundarakandam is even beautiful. The poetry is beautiful. The analogies are beautiful. The descriptions are beautiful of different things. And it's all blessings of Brahma, right? It came out of Valmiki Maharshi so beautifully. So Sundare Sundaram Kavyam. Sundare Sundaram Kapihi. And this is the most interesting thing, right? How can you say a monkey beautiful? Kapi is monkey, right? And here he is telling this monkey is very beautiful. How is Hanuma beautiful? It's his undisputed devotion towards Ram and Sita. His efforts, his dedication to find Sita, his determination, his humbleness, bravery, thoughtfulness. These are all the aspects of beauty, right? I mean, when you see Paramacharya, right, he may not be looking the most beautiful person with a beautiful dress and all, right? But you go and fall at his feet. It's the yogi. Hanuman is the guru. He's the yogi sitting there. And the path that he has taken to find Sita, right? And the challenges, he sees beautiful Lanka. Hanuman also sees whole Lanka before he finally goes to Ashokavanam. He doesn't get perturbed anywhere. He doesn't even shift his eyes. This is not Sita, and he goes away. So, in fact, tomorrow you will see at one place, Hanuman says, with great difficulty, Maharshi says, with great difficulty, Hanuman saw a window. Because the window is very beautiful. With great difficulty, Hanuman saw a window. Why does it take difficulty to see a window? Because it is difficult to take your eyes off the window, right? So, with great energy, he made sure he doesn't see that and walks away because it is not Sita. That is the beauty. It's the inner beauty, right? And more importantly, did Hanuman see Sita before? No, right? And how does Hanuman imagine Sita under that situation? The slokams that come out of Valmiki Maharshi, right, is the beauty. It comes out of Hanuman's mouth. So that's why it is the beauty that Sundarakandam portrays of Hanuman. Sundare Sundaram Mantram. What is that Sundaram Mantram? Sundarakanda has a lot of mantras. In fact, that's why you recite Sundarakandam at home, because they are all mantras. Some of them are mantras, especially from tomorrow. I think they'll start the real mantras, and they say when those are recited as part of Sundarakanda at home, it drives away the evil. So that's why Sundare Kimna Sundaram. What is not beautiful in Sundarakanda? Everything is beautiful, right? Okay. Now, what is one of the fundamental aspects or principle that you see in Sundarakanda? You will not see Sri Ram until the very end. That's the beauty. You will never see Sri Ram. Sundarakanda, Sri Ram is not visible at all. But he'll come only in the very end. That's it. But the story of Ram keeps coming now and then. Every day you will hear story of Sri Ram. Every day you will see it. And every time story of Sri Ram comes, a life is saved, or there is something positive that is going to happen. So it shows the power of Sri Ram, the name of Sri Ram, right? It is not necessary that Sri Ram has to physically come and sit. The story of Sri Ram, just the name of Sri Ram is sufficient to save the lives. It saved the life of Hanuman. It saved the life of Sita in this whole thing. So when you read Sundarakanda, right, you will probably recite Sri Ram's name 10 times. And when you recite 10 times, it is saving you that many number of times. That's the whole principle on which Sundarakanda works. Okay, so I think I have taken more time to describe the fundamentals about Ramayana and Sundarakanda. Let's get slowly into the story. As I said, right, this is a very important kanda, right? And if you are building a very good building, a very important building, what do? You need a solid foundation. And how are you going to get the foundation? You need something before, and that foundation is built in Kishkindakanda. If you see Ramayana, right at the time Balakanda ends, right, it's beautiful, Balakanda ends with utmost happiness, right? But as Ayodhya Kanda starts, you will start to sense, things starting to shake a little bit. Right in the beginning of Ayodhya Kanda, you will figure it out. And Ayodhya Kanda, the downslope starts. Ram goes out to the forest. Bharata goes back to Ayodhya, Nandigram rather, and goes into Aranyakanda. It goes even difficult. Mother is taken away by Ravana. You don't even know. In fact, if you don't read Ramayana, if you pretend that you didn't know Ramayana, you'll be very, very worried towards the end of Aranyakanda. Then Kishkindakanda is where things start to appear bright. They meet with Sugriva, they meet with all these Vanaras. Sugriva calls all the Vanaras. In fact, it's amazing. Kishkindakanda also talks about the number signs. The number of zeros that you have to put to count the number of Vanaras that he calls, right, is amazing. The numerology science is described in Kishkindakanda actually. So, so he starts to get, and he sends all the Vanaras into all the 4 directions. And to the south direction, he selects this group headed by Angada, right? This is where the foundation for Sundarakandam is starting up. So Angada is heading the group because he's a Yuvaraja. And in that group, very important people are there. Jambavanta, Hanuman, and Neela, and all these people, right? Vivida, Mainda, and all these people will be there in that. And as these people are going, going on the south expedition, as I call, Sugriva calls Hanuman and says one word. He says, Hanuman, you are the one who has extreme amount of thoughtfulness and power and everything. And he says, Desha kalanu vrittischa nayascha nayapanditaha. That means Deshamu means the location, Kalamu means time. You are the pandit. That means you are the person who is learned under any of these situations, at any place. You know how to solve the problems. So I trust you will find Sita and come back. That prompted, see, when a king is telling his person, right, that I believe in you, naturally Sri Ram started to think, okay, He's the one to believe. And of course, Sri Ram has seen Hanuman and he understands Hanuman, knows all Vedas and all, first time when he meets with Hanuman. So he gives his ring. That is how the ring came to Hanuman, right? And these people go on the south expedition, they search, and Sugriva says, I'll give you 1 month time. If you don't find, you have to come back. If you don't come back, I'll cut your head. So they go and then they get into something called a bilam. It's a cavern. They go, it's like an underground, what you can call kingdom. They go inside that and they lose their way and they forget that sense of time. And finally, when they come out of that, because of some apsarasa, they come out near the ocean, near the South Sea. They lost the time. If they go back, Sugriva is going to cut their heads. So Angada is the son of Vali, right? So he is always doubtful of Sugriva. That's where the human aspects are brought into Ramayana. That's how you should look at it. So Angada says, my uncle Sugriva is going to kill me because he wants to kill me anyway. But he cannot kill me because of all the support, everyone said Angada should be the deputy, right? Now he is using this opportunity to kill me. So this is the interesting thing, right? He'll not say I'll die. He'll say, let's come, all of us will die. So he calls all the monkeys and says, let's fall and let's die. And we'll just die at this place. We'll not eat anything. And naturally, someone or the other will come and kill us or die or whatever. Let's die here. And they all lie on the floor. And then they start to tell entire Ramayana. He says, where is Sri Ram? He ruling some Ayodhya. His father tells him to go to jungle. His wife is taken away by someone called Ravana. And then, we are told to search. And we are searching and then we are losing our heads now. We have to die. Is it that they want to die? No, they don't want to die, right? If they want to die, no one will die like that. They will just go and die. They don't want to die, but they don't have a choice. See, that's the situation they are in, right? Imagine, someone cannot die. He doesn't want to die, but he is forced to die. As they are talking this, they say that, this bird Sampati came and then tried to save, but still he could not save Sita and Ravana took away. Then they hear a voice. They say, who is that one who is uttering my brother's name, Sampati? Brother's name, sorry, not Sampati. I forget that bird, right? Jatayu, correct. Who is uttering the word Jatayu? So the one who said that is Sampati, Jatayu's brother. So these people get scared looking at that bird, without wings, big bird. So they go and, they shiver and say, are you going to kill us? See, they want to die, but they don't want to die, right? So, are you going to kill us? He says, no, but who is telling that Jatayu died? Then they explain the entire Ram story, right? Then Sampati says, oh, Jatayu is my brother. I feel sad about it. And they say, please get me some water because I want to do Arghyam for my brother. So Sampati gives Arghyam. And then he says, I am actually the son of, his name, he is Garuda's brother. He is I think his name is Anuruttama or someone. So both Sampati and Jatayu once decide to go to sun. They want to go near the sun. As they fly very close to the sun, because of the heat, right, they figure out that their wings are getting burnt. So Sampati wants to save his brother. So he covers his brothers with his wings. So Jatayu escapes. Sampati's wings get burnt off. As a result, he falls. He falls near the ashram of Nishakara Maharshi. And Nishakara Maharshi looks at him and says, and Sampati falls at his feet and says, how can I get back my feathers and my wings? So Nishakara Maharshi says, you wait for a few thousand years. Sri Rama will come here. When Sri Rama comes, some monkeys will come in search of his wife. At that point of time, you will get you will get the wings and you will go back. So Nishakara Maharshi knew about this so much time before, right? And he says, I don't want to live that long, so I will give up my body here and go away. So Nishakara Maharshi, why is he so compassionate with Jatayu? Because Jatayu used to pray to Nishakara Maharshi every day. He used to go, Sampati used to go and pray to Nishakara Maharshi every day. So as a result, he was very compassionate to him, right? So when this happened, so Sampati explains all of this and then tells, you know what, you are searching for Sita. One day, every day, my son used to come and give me food. One day, my son came late. I asked what happened. He said he was seeing one Rakshasa taking away one woman. And he saw them go on the south, towards the south. And that's why he got late. So I have a long sight. I can see things at a long distance. So sitting at this place, I am able to see in Lanka, I can see Sita. So definitely you people can go to Lanka and you can get Sita. The moment Sampati tells this, he gets his feathers, wings back and he flies off. Imagine, it's not something like a fracture where you can attach two things and then go away, right? These are burnt off. The burnt wings come to Sampati and then he flies away. That's the power of, Rama Karyam, right? You do this much to Ram. He didn't even say anything, right? He didn't find Sita and bring her. He only said Sita is in Lanka. That's it. He got it. And see the power of Ramanamam. They only told the name of Ram and then they told the story of Ram. And for having told the story of Ram, the monkeys are saved now. Because now monkeys have got a clue, right? They didn't know what to do. They hit the ocean. They cannot go anywhere further. They completed searching all the places in the south. And they were in a phase of death. Now they now have a new lead to go and find, right? That's the power of Ramanamam. So when you are struck, Ramayana will save you. And when you do something for Sri Ram, it will save you. That's it. So otherwise, how can Sampati, who lost all her wings, got it back? That's the power. Now there is another important message here. Sampati means Samyak Pati. So if you are searching for God, right? The natural question is God really there, right? That's a very natural question for anyone. So Samyak Pati means one who has seen before. Who is that? The sages have seen for us. They have written the Vedas. They have done all the groundwork and given to us. Only for a person who trusts and goes ahead can they find God. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa has told Swami Vivekananda. Vivekananda went and asked Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, can I see God? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, yes, you can absolutely see God. How can you see? As if I am seeing you, right? You can also see God. What do you need to do for that? You have to really feel like you take a fish from the pond and put it on the water, right? How the fish will struggle for the water, you also feel like that for the God, you will see God. Now if he says, how can I trust you, right? Then Vivekananda cannot become Vivekananda, right? He just accepted what Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said and went ahead. What happened? He went to Chicago, 3-minute speech became 3-hour speech, right? That can happen only when you trust. That's Samyak Pati, right? You have got to trust. This is an important message for all the kids. It's important, right? Kids will have a lot of things. Trust it. Not only kids, for us also, right? Someone will tell, trust me, do this, it will work. You trust it and do it, it will work. That's Sampati, right? So these are the secrets inside Sundarakandam, as you go through. So now the monkeys are very happy, we have found Sita, right? Then they turn around, they see a big ocean. Who is going to cross this ocean? Again disappointment, right? It's one after the other. Then, Jambavanta, who is the eldest person among that group, he actually came out of Brahma. He was born when Brahma once yawned. So Jambavanta asks everyone, how can you jump? So one person said, I can jump 10 yojanas, one person said 20, 30, 50, 60, 70, 100. Agada says, I can cross 100, but I cannot come back. And Jambavanta says, see, I have become old. When I was in the younger days, I went around when Sri Mahavishnu came to earth as Vamana, right? And then he occupied the entire universe. He is the person who did Pravachanam to Sri Mahavishnu 21 times. That is the power of him at that time. But now that was in Kruta Yugam, now it is Treta Yugam. I have become old. I am not able to do that. So I cannot do. And then at a distance, he sees Hanuman sitting idle. So then he goes to Hanuman and says, hey Hanuman, you are not supposed to do this. You don't know about your power. See, that is where I think Brahma's son is none other than Brahma, right? So Brahma will give that insight to every person. So he goes to Hanuman and says, hey, you were born to Kesari and Anjana Devi. And because of the blessing of Vayu, you were born. When you were born, you had a lot of energy. Even right when you are born, you went straight away to the sun. And you took, you were about to hold the sun. And when Indra hit you with Vajrayudham, it hit you on your, cheeks, right? And because of that, your cheeks got big. That is why he's called Hanuma. Hanuvu means the cheek. So, and then when you fell down, you went into the cave. Your father Vayu took you into the cave. And he was so angry that he stopped all the air all across. Because of that, the entire universe is without the air, right? So then all the gods came and gave you all the weapons, all the power and everything. Sun came and said he will teach you. He became your guru. And 19 languages. You have immense strength. No one can match your 19 grammars rather. And you have immense strength. Why are you sitting here? You are the person who can, who can cross. And why did he forget the strength? Because when he was a kid, he was going and then, spoiling all the sages' things, right? So in order to just conserve his energy and keep him focused, they gave this shapam, right? It's a shapanugraham actually, where they said, you will forget your power and abilities. And on one important day, one person will remind you and then you will gain back everything. It's not that every day you have to remind Hanuman. He already got that Shapa Vimochanam done. So, Jambavanta gives the Shapa Vimochanam to Hanuman. And that's it. Hanuman regains all his powers and strength and suddenly starts to become huge. Huge means huge, right? Meruvandara Sankasham Babau Deeptanala Pravaha. That means he became like Mount Meru. And then he says, this earth cannot bear my power. So he goes on top of Mahendragiri, right? And he sits on top of Mahendragiri. He stands on top of Mahendragiri. And he said, I can just cross the ocean, in fact, I can just bend the ocean and then I can touch the other shore of Lanka. I can fly with such a power that I can lift the whole waters of the ocean and then, make it like a tub. I can circle the sun thrice in a day. I can, I'll hold this 10-headed insect Ravana. There are only 3 people who are equivalent, One is myself, the other one is my father Vayu, the third one is Garuda. So, I will go to Lanka, I will find Sita and I will come back, right? And having said that, Kishkindakanda ends with this amazing slokam. It says, Savega Vanvega Samahitatma Haripravira Paravira Hanta Manas Samadhaya Mahanubhavo Jagamalankam Manasa Manasvi. That means Hanuma is physically in the other shore, but his mind has mentally gone to Lanka. Manasa Manasvi. That's the important message that Valmiki Maharshi is passing to us, right? As a human, when we have to do anything, right? First, the most important thing is the mind has to go there. If mind doesn't go there, there is no point, right? Hanuman's mind has literally reached Lanka. Only his body has to reach, that's all. Once his body reaches, he'll figure it out. But his mind has first reached. And that's the power, right? He has a very strong mind. He has a very strong body. And he does everything not for himself. There is only one other person other than Hanuman you will see with that attribute. That is Adi Shankaracharya. That's it. Without Adi Shankaracharya, today we would not be sitting here and doing this puja in front of God. He set up everything. When all our dharmas were going on all the directions, he brought it back and he set it up right. Same way Hanuman, right? He is the only person who would actually use everything not for himself, only for others, only for Sri Ram, only for others. So it's a strong mind, selflessness, strong body, great attitude. That's why Hanuman is said Ramayana Mahamala Ratnam Vande Anilatmajam. So if you make a garland, okay, and that garland is Ramayana, right? Without a small Ratnam in the end, right, it won't look nice to wear. So that Ratnam is nothing other than Hanuman. Ratnam Vande Anilatmajam. That's how it came. Okay, so the Kishkindakanda ends with the fact that Hanuman is mentally reached. I'll pause for a minute and come back and talk about what is the little bit of the Vedic philosophy behind this. The Vedic philosophy is very simple. For a human, right, we are born only to reach God. There are 84 lakh creatures, and of all the 84 lakh creatures that are there on the earth, starting from an amoeba till human, right, it's only humans who can reach God. There is no other way out. Even the Devatas, right, Indra or whoever it is, right, they also cannot reach Paramatma, but only a human can reach Paramatma. How is that possible? That's possible because of the attributes God has given to us. And for that, you need to find the soul searching, and you need to figure out what is within, what is the thing that is running within that will enable you. Find the God within, that is Atma, that is none other than Sita. And what happens? Ravana, right? Lanka. He lives in Lanka. What is Lanka? Lanka is nothing but our body. And Ravana is nothing but the mind and the 10 organs we have. And what they do, they always drive for the comfort, right? So he wants to be eternal. He wants to hold everything. So he takes away Sita. How do you now identify Sita and come back? Buddhi. Hanuman in the form of Buddhi will come. In the form of Guru will come. He will cross the barriers, and that's what Sundarakandam is all about, which we will see. He will cross the barriers of me and mine, and then eventually see Sita, and then take her to Sri Ram. That's why at the end of Sundarakandam you do Pattabhishekam Sarga. You have to do Pattabhishekam Sarga on the last day. That's mandatory in any Sundarakanda recital. So only if you pray to Paramatma, he will send someone. Sita was praying for Ram in Lanka. That's why he sent it to Hanuman. And Hanuman as a guru goes there and he enlightens, he crosses all the hurdles, and in the form of Buddhi understands the Brahma Vidya Swarupini within. That is Sundarakanda. That's why it is Sundarakanda. Okay, so with that we get into the first slokam of Sundarakanda, right? The first slokam starts with Tato Ravana Nitaya Sitaya Sitrukarshanaha Yesha Padamanvestum Charana Charitepadi. So Sundarakanda starts with Tat. Okay, so Tat is Parabrahma Vachakam. Tat Tvam Asi, right? Tattvam Asi. It's called Mahavakyam. So what is that? Tat is that. That is God. Tvam is me. Asi is I became that, right? So God is sitting inside. Otherwise, none of us can work. It's just that we don't realize. So Sundarakanda starts with Tat and ends with Tat. Everything else in between two Tats, right? Between two gods is the world. That's it. So Tato Ravana Nitaya, and in that Ravana, right? Va is Bijaksharam. It's a Gayatri Mantram Bijaksharam Va that is there. So here he says Tato Ravana Nitaya Sitaya Shatrukarshanaha. So one enemy has taken away Sita, and to find that enemy, Yesha, he is determined. That Yesha is a determination, right? Yesha Padamanvestum Charana Charitepadi. He decided to go in the path of people called Charanas. And for what? Tato Ravana Nitaya Sitaya Sitrukarshanaha. And he is going to fight that enemy. What are those enemies? We'll come to that in a minute. So he talks about this word called Charana Charitepadi. Charita means walk. Charana means, you will see they are called those people in the heaven who carry positive messages, always pleasant messages. You will hear all through Sundarakandam multiple times about Charanas. You will hear in the end also. So they don't fly at a very high altitude. So they go at a low altitude, but still in the sky. So that means Hanuman has decided to go through the aerial route. He is not swimming on the ocean. He is going to fly through the ocean. And is he going to go at a very height? No, he is not going to go at a height. He is going to go at a low altitude. And Padaman Sitaya Shatrukarshana. So what is the meaning of that? See, what is that flying at an altitude? It's Akash, right? It's sky. Akash means, A means Sri Mahavishnu, Kash means one who is spread. So, any person who is doing that recital or meditation of Sri Mahavishnu continuously and is staying closer to Sri Mahavishnu has a chance of crossing the ocean of life, the ocean of family. The family means it's just not wife or anyone, right? Family means all the associations that you have. You cross those oceans, that means you slowly start to move away from all those things and focus on the God, Sitaya. And how will you focus that? Something that has been taken away by Satrukarshanaha. Ravana has taken off Sita, right? You will be able to go and find out something that the body has taken up. That means whatever we think is our own, you start to understand and see, no, it's actually not the body which does it, but it is something else within the body that actually gives the power to the body to do all this, right? It's the power that you understand, the power within that you understand. Once you understand the power within, you become the power. That's it. That's very simple. So that is the meaning of Tato Ravana Nitaya Sitaya Satrukarshanaha Yesha Padamanveshtum Charana Charitepati. And there are two other important things. Always Lanka is on the south. Why is that? Every body goes to the south because the smashan, right, is always in the south of any city. That's how it should be. The vastu of a city has to be that smashan is in the south. So that means Hanuma is going south to find out. Ravana will be in the south. That's the reason. That is number one. Number two, Sita is found in the earth. Sita is found in Lanka. Sita is found in the body. Body is made of earth, right? Our body is made of earth only, right? It's in the Panchabhutam, body is earth. So the God within is sitting inside. That's the meaning of this, right? That's why it comes. And why not swim? Why fly? Because he goes, and the whole ocean is a synonym to the daily life, the ups and downs of a human, right? Someone who goes beyond that, who treats everything at par, everything at equal, means someone is flying in the sky. That's the meaning of this. Now, this is a very important slokam. In fact, they say it's one of the mantrams effectively. Okay, so once he decided to go, Iyesha, right? Iyesha means determination. That's important. If that Iyesha is not there, right, there's nothing you can accomplish. See, imagine there were crores of monkeys there. Whether they fell in the ocean or whether they go and whether they come back or not is a different story. Have they at least made an attempt to jump and go? No, right? They are all scared. Everyone is scared. And Hanuman said, I'll go, right? Yesha, that's a determination. Without the determination, what can you do? You cannot do anything in life, right? Whether you succeed or not is a different story, but the determination has to be there. That's the power of that particular sloka. Iyesha padamanveshtum charana charitepadi. Then once he decided, how is he looking like? This is a very interesting slokam. Dushkaram nishpratidvandvam chakirsham karmavanaraha samudagra sirogrivo gavampati rivabhabhau. If you see, Sundare Sundaram Kavyam, right? The Kavyam has to be beautiful. This is a very difficult task that Hanuman is going to do. So the slokam is also going to run difficulty, right? Dushkaram, Nishpratidvandvam, Chakirsham, Karmavanara, Samudagra Sirogrivo, Gavampatri Vabhavo. So he is looking like a bull, ready to cross this difficult path, take this difficult path and go. Why is he compared to a bull? Gavampati Rivabhabhav. Gavampati is bull. Okay? So, bull means Nandi. He is looking like Nandi. There is no difference between Shiva and Nandi. If you go to any Shiva temple, right, you should never cross between Shiva and Nandi. You should never do that. Only the Pujari is expected to go, because in a Shiva temple, Pujari is also Shiva. So, only they can do, but otherwise none of us can go in between Nandi and Shiva. So, he is Shiva. Hanuman is Shiva Swarupam, right? He is Vayu. Vayu is Ashtamurti Tattvam of Shiva. So Hanuman is Shiva Swarupam and he is looking like Shiva effectively. No, not that. He is Nandi, right? Nandi gave Shapam to Ravana. So Hanuman, Maharshi is telling The moment Hanuman goes to Ravana and Ravana sees him, right, Ravana will lose half the energy because of the Shapam. He'll remember the Shapam. And you will hear that on fifth day. Ravana will say, Yena Shabdosmi Kailase Maya Sanchalite Pura Kimesha Bhagavan Nandi Bhave Sakshat Vihagataha. So is it Nandi who came here to kill me? That is the doubt he had. First thing, he sees Hanuman and looks at it as Nandi. 2 times you see this. No, not that. In Lalita Sahasranamam, Amma has a name called Shivaduti. Shivaduti, Shivaradhya, Shivankari, right? Yeah, Shivamurti, Shivankari. So Shivaduti, what is the meaning of Shivaduti? She sends Shiva. Before killing someone, right? He will first send Shiva as an ambassador, right? And he will go as Rudra, and he just sees the other enemy as a Rudra and come back. Then she will go and kill and come back. That's it. So that's why she is called Shivaduti. So she is sending Hanuman to see Ravana. So Hanuman is going as a Rudra Rupam, right? He sees Ravana and come back. Now Ravana has to just come and kill. That's all over. It's as simple as that. Hanuman is doing half the killing. That's what, right? What is killing? Death is nothing but the fear. If you have fear, it is death. So the moment Hanuman is seen, right? Ravana had fear. So Ravana is dead by then. The Ram has to just go and kill. That's all. That is the other form of telling Gavam Patiriva Bhapau, right? And it also tells Tushkaram, he is not afraid of doing any task. He is sitting like a bull, right? He doesn't move. He is not scared of crossing the ocean. It doesn't matter whatever it is. I am going to cross the ocean. So, having said that, what is Hanuman doing? He is walking in the lawns on that Mahendragiri mountain. Other Vaidurya Varneshu Sadvaleshu Mahabalaha Dhirat Salila Kalpeshu Vichachara Yadasukam. He is happily walking. Why? What is the meaning of that? The lawns are comfortable, right? He is now giving away those comforts. He wants to take that bite. He can cross the ocean and then he'll come back. That's why he says Dhira, Dhiraha, right? Dhiraha means one who is bold, right? No. Imagine if someone is scared of doing a lot of work in the office and wants to downsize his work. What will happen? There will be a lot of support coming from home, right? Oh, don't worry, we are all there, we'll give you, don't quit the job, but do this, we will give you some juice and all those things will come. But if someone says, I want to go and find my own soul searching, so I'm going to sit quiet and then I'm going to do all this, then immediately there will be a lot of resistance, right? Why do you want to do this at this age? Why don't you do all that? You need a lot of energy and that dedication, right? Dhiraha. Dhira Salla Kalpesha Vichachara Yadasukam. He's just giving up all the comforts and he's willing to take that. Imagine sitting for 3 hours, all of you coming and sitting, right? It's Dhiraha only, 3 hours without any support you have to sit, right? It's not easy. Sundarakanda teaches the real world, real life, right? It's about us. It's not about anything else. Okay. So having said that, before starting, right, Hanuman turns to the east. He's heading towards south, but he turns east and says, Sasuryaya Mahendraya Pavanaya Swayambhuve Bhutebhyas Chanjalim Krutva Chakara Gamane Matim Anjalim Pramukha Kurvan Pavanayatma Yonaye Tato Bhiva Prute Gantum Dakshino Dakshinam Disam. So he's flying south, but you should never pray towards south. You should never pray. South is Yamasthanam. So these are all the things that Sundarakandam teaches, right? It's implicitly it is there. So he is facing towards the east and he is praying. Who is he praying? Sasuryaya. First he is praying Surya. Why Surya? Surya is his guru. He learned from Surya. And if you really see how he learned from Surya, it's amazing. See, Surya will not stop, right? Sun will not stop. If sun stops, the entire lokam is stopped, right? So he's moving. And you cannot have your back facing your guru. So he has to sit on this side. If Surya is going this side, Hanuman is facing like this. And he cannot be close to sun because he will be burnt. He cannot be far from sun because he cannot hear. And he should go at a pace of sun. And he learnt all the Vedic scriptures and all the grammars like that from sun. So he's praying his guru. Why? Because when he goes to Lanka, he needs that strength from his guru to talk to Ravana. He needs to talk to Sita. Right? Who is going to give him that power? It's his guru. So Sasuryaya Mahendraya. He's praying Indra. Why? Indra is the one who gives strength to our body. So by praying Indra, he can cross the ocean, he can search, he needs all that energy there for the fights and the battles. Mahendraya, Pavanaya, his father. He's the one who gave him the birth, right? So he's praying his father. Pavanaya, Swayambhuve. Swayambhu is Brahma. Why Brahma? Because he is the eldest person. He's forefathers, father's father, right? If you don't pray the eldest person in the family, then what is the use? You cannot, ill-treat them. So Swayambhuve, not only that, there will be Brahmastram that will come and hit him, right? On the 5th day, when Indrajit will launch it. So he needs all the strength and support from him. Swayambhuve bhutebhyas sanjalim krutva. Not only that, he is praying to all the creatures. Why? He doesn't want any creature to say bad about him. He needs all the support. So anyone who is doing any work, right, needs to take the support of all the people. He needs to take the blessings. He needs to take the support. Again, an important lesson for everyone, right, on how to live. Swayambhuve bhutebhyas sanjalim krutva chakara gamane matim. Then once he said that, he prayed, Sachachala chalaschapi muhurtam kapipidataha tarunam pushpitagranam sarvam pushpa masatayat. So then he started to grow big. As he grew big, he grew big already. So he started to press the mountain. Why? Because before jumping, right? Imagine you have a 100-meter race. Everyone is sitting and they're ready, right? And just when the gun is fired, they apply that force so that they can go, right? So he's also applying that force. In fact, Valmiki Maharshi gives a live telecast. If you read slokam after slokam and really look through in Sundarakandam first sarga, right? It's amazing. So, Sachachala chalaschapi muhurtam kapipidataha. He's pressing the mountain. And when he pressed, the trees are all shaking. When the trees are all shaking, the flowers on the trees fell on him. As a result, he's already big. He is looking like a mountain filled with flower. Another mountain sitting on the mountain and with flowers, right? So then, Girina pijyamanena pijyamanani sarvataha guhavistani bhutani vinedurvikrutai swaraihi. So as he is pressing, the creatures inside the caves of these mountains started to get worried. See, all this is not taking as much time as I told, right? It's just happening instantly. It's like an earthquake happening suddenly out of the blue. So the animals are struck. Then tastadas tavitai drashtat kupitai smair mahasilaha jajvala pavakodipta bibiduscha sahasrada. So yani chaushada jalani tasmin jatani parvate vishaknanyapi naganam nase samitam visham. So as he started to press, the rivers, the water is falling through the mountain. Waterfalls will be there. So there is a change in the mountain's contour, right? So the waterfall started to change the direction and the flow of the river started to change the direction. And there are these Maharshis and Vidyadharas who are there. They are suddenly surprised what's happening. So they just use their energies and the powers to go and stand on top of in the sky and started to watch what's happening. And there are these snakes that are inside. Those snakes are scared and they started to come out. Now, before they could come out completely, right, he pressed the mountain completely. As a result, some part of the snake is outside and some part of the snake is inside. And that snake is out of the pain, right? These are powerful snakes. They started to throw venom. When they throw the venom, that venom is producing fire when it hit that stone, right? That's such a powerful thing. Suddenly the whole mountain, picked off the fire. Now the mountains had a lot of herbs which can actually put down the fire, but those herbs are also not able to cut down the fire, right? It's an indication of a person who decides to do this will get rid of all the attributes that he doesn't want, right? And he focuses on what he needs. That's the meaning of this. But it's presented in a nice story, right? When you read this as a story, it looks beautiful. So, he continued to press further, tightened the muscles, got a lot of air inside. He imagines himself as a Garuda, right? And then, Esha Parvata Sankaso Hanuman Marutatmajaha Titirshati Mahavega Samudram Makaralayam. So all the sages and Vidyadharas who went up to the sky and see him, right? They look at him and say, oh, what is this? He is going to cross the ocean. Samudram Makaralayam. Makaralayam means it's filled with crocodiles. And he's going to cross this ocean filled with the crocodiles. What is the meaning of crocodile? Crocodile is one which will take away the life. So this man is not going to care about the life, right? No, not that. Gajendra Mokshanam, you all heard, right? The crocodile will come and suck the life out of the elephant. He is not going to be caught. That means he has one who crosses this ocean can have no birth at all, right? After that, because when there is no birth, there is no death, right? That's it. So that's the meaning of this. So he's going to cross. So they're awed, wow, amazing, he's going to cross. And then they say, Ramartham Vanarardhancha Chakirsham Karma Dushkaram Samudrasya Paramparam Dushprapam Praptumichati. So, for what is he doing all this? Not for himself. Ramardham Vanarardhamcha. For Rama and to give the good fame and name to Vanaras, right? Chakirsham Karma Dushkaram. It's not an easy task. He decided to cross this for those people, right? And once he said that, they said that. And then Hanuma, Duduvecha Saromani Chakampe Chachalopama Nanada Sumahadanam Sumahaniva Toyada. So he made a big sound, Mahanadam, right? It's the excitement. He's not like dull and then he's expanding his body. No, he's excited. When you are excited, right, you make a big sound, right? In Bhagavad Gita, the first thing, Sanjaya asks, Dhritarashtra asks Sanjaya, what is happening there? What will happen in the battle? You'll think that they're ready to launch an arrow. No, he says, Pandavas are all, playing the conch. Then he asks, what are my people doing? They are not doing anything. So you play something, right? A sound is an indication of victory, right? Pranam, Omkaram came out of the sound. The entire universe came out of the sound. It's a sign of the victory. So Hanuman made a big sound. And then he said, Margam alokayanduran durthvam pranihite Ruroda Hrudaye Prana Nakasham Avalokayan. He's watching that sky and he fills the lungs in his air, air in the lungs, and he's focused. He's ready to launch. And then he sees down. And when he sees down, he sees all the monkeys around him saying, very excited seeing this, right? They have never seen Hanuman like that. They have never seen a picture like this. The whole mountain is burning and Hanuman is there, huge thing, and then about to launch. And then he says, this is the amazing sloka. Yadha Raghava Nirmukta Sarasvasana Vikramaha Gachetvad Gamishyami Lankam Ravana Palitam Nahi Drakshami Yaditam Lankayam Janakatmajam Anenaiva Hivegena Gamishyami Suralayam Yadiva Tridive Sitam Nadraksha Mekrutasramaha Badva Rakshasa Rajana Manayishyami Ravanam Sarvada Krutakaryoha Meshyami Sahasitaya Anayishyami Valankam Samutpatya Saravanam. So, Yadha Raghava Nirmukta Sarasvasana Vikrama. I will go to Lanka like an arrow of Ram. This is the thing, this is the statement by Hanuman. What is the meaning of that? See, when you can say that I'll go to Lanka like a Ramaban and I'll come back, right? Ramaban will never fail. So, I'll also go, I'll never fail and come back. No, that's not the meaning. When Ram launches an arrow, is it the power of arrow or is it the power of Ram? It's the power of Ram that gets translated into the arrow and goes, right? Hanuman is comparing himself to arrow. That means he is telling it is Ram's power that is making me go there and find Sita. It's not mine. That's the humbleness. That's the humility of Hanuman, right? So he's telling it's not me. It's Ram who is driving me there. So one who believes in God can do that. One who doesn't believe in God can never do anything. That's the simple philosophy. And that's what our sages has given us, right? And that's what Valmiki Maharshi has given us. And he says, if I go to Lanka and if I don't Sita, I will go to Swargam. I will go to Patalam. I'll find out for Sita there. If I don't find Sita still, I'll go back to Lanka. I will lift the whole Lanka and then I will hold that 10-headed insect and bring to Rama who is sitting on top of Prasravanagappa mountain, right? Along with Sugriva. This is the confidence with which he is talking. Now imagine everyone around in the team, right? How confident they will be feeling. Again, this is the best management science that I have ever seen, right? I mean, you can go to any MBA books, any people management books you can read. Sundarakaanda will teach you all of that. So he's telling, I'm going to get it, right? Once he said that, he just took a leap. He just jumped out of the mountain and he took off. Then Maharshi says, Uru egoddata vraksha muhurtam kapimanvayaha prasthitam dirghamatvanam swabandhu mivabandavaha tamuru vegodmadita सालाश्चैन्या नगोत्तमाः अनुजग्मर्हुनु mantam sainya iva mahipati. So when he went off, big trees and small trees went along with Hanuman. Okay, both of them went along with Hanuman. The big trees fell quickly and then the small trees fell at a later distance. What is the meaning of that? The meaning is, it's like this. You have some, army people who go along with the king for some distance, but they go with force, right? But you also have relatives. When the relatives come, you go farthest distance to give them a send-off, isn't it? So, things that are affected, right? Things that have a lot of affection will come with you for a longer distance, and eventually they fall. But the things that are really, really big, right? The trees, they fell off first. So, if one is having those big attachments, they go away first. The smaller attachments, eventually they also go away. So the person is free from attachments, right? And then as Hanuman is going on the mountain, over the sea, from the mountain, the flowers all fell on the sea, and it looks like suddenly the sea is looking like a sky in the night with all the stars, because all the flowers are on the sea, and Hanuman is like a mountain. He is flying. And how is he looking like? He's flying like this. So his hands are looking like two five-headed snakes. His tail is wound up like this, going all the way to the front and holding, right? It's as if, Garuda is holding a snake, and then, it is moving. And from the front, his face is red. His eyes are glowing. And with the eyes glowing, right, it's like two caves are there. And in the caves, there is two fires that are there. And his back is red, and he's just going off. Mukam nasikaya tasya tamraya tamramabhabau sandhyaya samabitrustam yadhatat suryamandalam. So it's like sun, right? It's like a frying pan, red frying pan, like a suryamandalam. Then with the speed at which he was going is so amazing that it is now causing, the principles of physics are coming in. No one invented physics at that time. Maharshi Valmiki writes, Timivakra Jusha Kurma Drusyante Vivrutastada Vastrapaha Karshena Neva Sarirani Saririnam. It seems the entire ocean is turned like the mat, right? You fold the mat on two sides, right? It folded like this because of the pace at which Hanuman goes. In fact, you can do that testing. You do what is called wind tunnel testing, for all the rocket engines and aircraft engines, right? It's the same physics. He's talking about wind tunnel testing here in Sundarakaanda. That's a science in Sundarakaanda. So, when that happened, the sea folded like this. And when the sea folded like this, there is a lot of empty spaces in the sea, right? You can see all the crocodiles, snakes, creatures, everything is visible. And Maharshi gives a very, very interesting and a very, very, romantic thing. He says it's as if a man is sleeping with a lungi and then you switch on the fan, right? The lungi suddenly opened up, everything is visible. It's like that. You will see a lot of these, these things. And, all the gods, devatas, gandharvas, they were amazed to see this, And as he was flying, the sun cooled down a little bit to help him because he's his Sishya. And it's like the clouds are there. So Hanuman is moving into the cloud, coming out of the cloud, moving into the cloud, coming out of the cloud. It's like moon going in and out, right? It's that beautiful when you see the picture. As he was moving, the ocean thought it should help Hanuman. Okay? This is where the interest will start. Interesting thing will start, right? Aham ikshvakunadena sagarena vivardataha ikshvakos sachivasayam navasidatu marhati. So it said, I have to help Hanuman. Why does ocean want to help Hanuman? So there is a history to that, and I have to go to Balakanda to explain that. So this is explained by Vishwamitra. So to Ram doesn't know this, right? He explains. So once upon a time, there is in the Ikshvaku dynasty, there is a king called Sagara. He had 2 wives and he doesn't have kids. So he goes to his guru and requests how he can get. His guru blesses and then gives 2 fruits. He tells, give it to your wives. So both his wives eat. So one wife, and then he says, one wife can have 60,000 kids. One wife can have one kid. So one of them will say, okay, I want 60,000. The other person is happy to have one kid, right? So they both have the kids. So the one kid is called Asamanjasa. And the 60,000 kids, Maharshi calls them Sagarulu. That's it. Sagaraputra, you can call them. So they all grow. This Asamanjasa has a very bad habit. He will take his friends and put them into that Sarayu river. So, eventually people complain to the king, and king just throws Asamanjasa out of the kingdom. That's again other beauty, right? To Ram, it doesn't matter whether you are my person or other person, right? Dharma is Dharma. That's what happens in the very end. Ram gives the order to Lakshmana to get out of the kingdom. That's how Rama Avataram comes to an end, actually. That's a different discussion. So, Asamanjasa is gone. Asamanjasa's son by name Anshumanta is there. He's a good guy. And the Sagar Chakravarti decides to do what is called Ashwamedha Yagam, right? Ashwamedha Yagam is Ashram, will be there. Kali Yugam, there is no Ashwamedha Yagam, by the way. So, Anadhaparita Samskaram is Ashwamedha Yagam. So, he gets the horse, and then, he does the Yagam. Indra sees this and says, I'll hide the horse. So, Indra takes the horse and then, hides the horse in Patala. And this Sagaras, right, have got very powerful nails. So, it's diamond-studded nails they have. So, Sagara Chakravarti tells to his 60,000 sons, go all around and search. They search all around and come back and say, we cannot find the horse. But without the horse, he cannot complete, right? So, he says, go and search on all the 4 directions of the earth. So, they go to all 4 directions of the earth and then dig out the earth. They dig the earth with their nails. Okay? When they dig the earth with the nails, gods go to Brahma and asks, what is this? How can we just let go like this? Then Brahma says, don't worry, Sri Mahavishnu will take care of them. So they dig like that and go to Patala Lokam. Okay? In fact, Balakanda Maharshi explains, when they go to all the 4 corners, what is there in the 4 corners of the earth, they explain very clearly. So he sees, he goes to Patala Lokam. There, Sri Mahavishnu will sit there in the form of Kapila Maharshi. Vishnu Sahasranamam, you will get Maharshi Kapilacharya, Krutagno Medhini Pati, right? As Kapila Maharshi, he is sitting and doing dhyana. So these people could have just seen the horse and come back, right? See, the Sakara Putras, right? They have that overexcitement. So that explains the importance of not being overexcited at any point of time. So they go and abuse Sri Mahavishnu there as Kapila Maharshi, saying that, why did you take the horse or whatever, right? They do that. He just looks at them and just says, Hum. That's it. One Humkaram he will give. With that Humkaram, 60,000 people turn into 60,000 ashes, heaps of ashes, and they'll be there. That's it. The people went and they never came back. What is Sagar Chakravarti going to do? So, he sends his grandson Anshumanta. Anshumanta goes searching. He sees all the digging that happened. He goes and finally sees the horse and the 60,000 ash piles. He prays to Kapila Maharshi. He takes his permission, comes back with the horse. Sagara Chakravarti completes the yagam. Okay? And after completing the yagam, Anshumanta wants to do tarpanam to his ancestors, right? To his brothers, or to his ancestors rather. And that's the importance of doing the tarpanam, right? It's extremely important that for our elders, you should do the tarpanam, and you will see more of that. Whoever is applicable, right? To whoever it is applicable. So when he is about to give tarpanam, Garuda comes. He says, you cannot give tarpanam to these people. Why? Because they are killed in one of those circumstances that is absolutely bad. Because Kapila Maharshi, his energy is so powerful that you cannot give tarpanam with normal water. So what is the solution? You have to get Ganga. So Anshumanta gives up. Then Anshumanta's son Dilipa is there. Dilipa also gives up. Dilipa's son Bhagiraha comes. He knows about this. He says, I want to give tarpanam to my ancestors. See, Ramayana is all about how to do things not for yourself. That's it. Not for yourself. That's what it teaches all through. You can see a clear difference in the Ikshvaku dynasty versus Ravana, right? You compare both, you will see that. So Bhagirath says, I'll give up the kingdom. He goes to none other than Gokarnam. Okay, he goes to Gokarnam. He stands on one leg. Urdhvamukha chalanam. That means you keep the head towards the sun. Fire on all the directions. With the hands lifted up. 1,000 years he will do japam for Brahma. Finally Brahma comes. What do you want? He says, I want two varams, two boons. The first one is Ikshvaku dynasty always has a problem of kids. I don't want this dynasty to stop, it should continue. Granted. Brahma says, it's in my purview, I can give you. The second one, please bring Ganga. Brahma says, I cannot bring Ganga. I can tell Ganga to come down to earth, but Ganga will come in such a force that someone has to hold. And to hold it, only Shiva can hold. But Shiva is my father. Shiva is like, supreme. I cannot order Shiva to come. The best way you can bring Shiva is to pray for Shiva. Okay, Bhagiratha again starts another boon. See, that's why it's called Bhagiratha Prayatnam, right? You don't give up. Keep trying. And this all shaped Ram. By the way, Ram is born. Sri Mahavishnu is born as a human, right? He needs to be shaped up. It all shaped Ram. When, why, how? When Sita was taken away, he had to fight it out, right? It was not easy for him in Aranyakanda. He had to really work with a lot of the determination, right? He did it. So, Bhagiratha does it. Shiva comes. And he requests Shiva to please do it. To please hold Ganga. He says, absolutely no problem. But Ganga gets arrogant. Ganga says, Shiva is thinking that he can hold me? Oh, I will show him what it is. But Shiva is not a person who doesn't know anything, right? He knows what everyone is thinking. So, he opens up his Jatajotam. He stands like this with his arms around his, stomach, and then he waits and Ganga falls. Not a single drop of water comes down. Everything is in his Jatajotam only, crocodiles, crabs, you name it, fish, everything is there, it's all rotating, but nothing comes out. Then Ganga realizes her mistake. Then Bhagiratha again prays to Shiva. Then Shiva releases Ganga in 7 streams. Okay? And one of the stream is called, comes out, and as Bhagiratha goes in his chariot, right, Ganga flows down. And that's how Ganga came to earth. It's beautifully described in Gangavataranam, right? It's fantastic actually when you read in Balakanda. So Ganga comes down, and as he's going, it crosses through this ashram of Jahnu Maharshi. There's a Maharshi by name Jahnu Maharshi. So it inundates the Jahnu Maharshi's ashram. The moment it inundated, right, Jahnu Maharshi says, okay, I'll take all of Ganga like Achamanam, right? He'll take it in his palm and then he'll drink and then he's doing his thing, his japam. Then again Bhagiratha goes and prays that, please release Ganga, it is for the following reason, right? And then he releases it from his ear. And Ganga comes out from his ear and goes to Patalam. Since Ganga came out of the ear of Jahnu Maharshi, Ganga's other name is called Jahnavi. Okay, that's how that name came. So he takes it, and finally when Ganga hits the ashes, right, they all get, mukti. That's how Ganga came to earth. And it is that Ganga water that went into those pits that these people, Sagaras, have dug in, right? That is why it is called Sagaram, the ocean, right? Oceans are formed because of that. Now the ocean is coming back and telling, Aham Ikshvakunadena Sagarena Vivardhataha. Because of Ikshvaku dynasty, I came into picture. If Ikshvaku dynasty didn't exist, my existence doesn't exist. So, I have to help someone who is going to help the Ikshvaku dynasty. See the amount of thought that has gone. It's not that Hanuman belonged to Ikshvaku dynasty. He is going to help someone in that Ikshvaku dynasty, who is Ram. So, I have to help. But how can a water help? It's all salt water. He cannot do anything. So he has within him this golden mountain called Mainaka. Okay, I'll explain towards the end what is the meaning of that. So he immediately goes to Mainaka and says, Tiryagordha madaschaiva shaktiste shailavardhitom tasmat samchodayami tvamuttishta girisaptama. Oh Girisaptama, oh king of the mountain, Tiryagurdhamadasaiva. You can go left, you can go right, you can go up. You have the capability to grow. Come up, you get up. Why? Because you have got lot of fruits. He is a monkey. He likes honey. He can take it and then he can enjoy. He can take rest. He has a long path to go. Why don't you do this? So, and then he says, this is called Arshavakku. Kartavyam akrutam karyam satam manyumudirayet. Karyam, right? The work that you have to do at that point of time, kartavyam, right? You have to do. Again, Bhagavad Gita talks of kartavyam. You have to do what you have to do. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about the result. Kartavyam akrutam karyam. If you don't do that karyam at that point of time, satam manyumudirayet. Even the great people get angry. So before people get angry, right? Hanuman is a great man. Before he gets angry, you just go up, come up. And then immediately Mainaka comes out. Hiranyanabho Mainako nisamya lavanambasaha utpapata jalaturnam mahadrumala tayataha. So when he came out, how does it look like? Shatakumbhamayai Shungai Sakinnara Mahoragaihi Adityodaya Sankashai Alikadbari Vambaram. So it is so beautiful. Golden mountain coming out, sunrise falling on the golden mountain. The entire place turned gold. The hue is gold. And on top of him, flowers, fruits, name it, right? Beautiful to look at. And what did Hanuman say? This is the beauty. Tamuttitamasangena Hanuman agratastitham madhye lavanatoyasya vignoyam miti nischetaha. He looked at it and said, this is Vignam. See, will anyone think about something that comes on the way, that to a golden mountain? What will anyone do? Okay, let me pick something and then go. I can stop, right? He did not tell that I will go uninterrupted to find Sita, right? He said, I'll go and find Sita. What stops him from picking one fruit and go? No, he didn't do that. He calls it Vignam, right? This is an interrupt for me. I don't want it. He hits it with a chest. And then Mainaka comes in human form at that point of time, right? And he says, Dushkaram krutavan karma tvamidam vanarottama nipatyama mama srungeshu vishramasya yadhasukam. Please take rest. You are going on a very tough task. You need some rest. Without a rest, how can you do anything? Please, right? On nipatyama mama srungeshu, on my mountain top, right? Vishramasya yadhasukam. Enjoy yourself for some time and then go. What is the problem? And then he says, this is Arshavakku. Krutecha pratikartavyam esha dharma sanatanaha. If someone helps, I have to help immediately, right? So, it's esha dharmam sanatanaha. It came from long time. Sanatana, it's a dharmam. So, what help did Hanuman do to Mainaka? Again, go back to some of the history, right? Once upon a time, the mountains had wings. And these mountains used to fly anywhere they want, and then they land in the cities, towns, villages, whatever. And that would be inconvenience to people, right? So Indra decided to go and cut the wings of all the mountains. He cut it off, so mountains cannot move. But this Mainaka mountain, right, is a good friend of Vayu. He doesn't want to lose the wings. So Vayu blew so powerfully that Mainaka forgot to fly, right? So Vayu blew so powerfully that he went and fell into this ocean. And where did he fall? He fell at a place in the ocean where all these Rakshasas are coming out of that tunnel, right? So at the entrance of the tunnel, he fell and then he stopped there. So Indra looked at it and said, okay, this man is blocking the tunnel. So now no Rakshasa can come out. Since no Rakshasa can come out, it is much better for me. Why should I cut his wings now? He's anyway hiding. He will not come out. Why he will not come out? Because he's scared. If he comes out, I'll kill him, right? I'll cut his wings. So he will not come out. So let him be there. And the fact that he preserved his wings today is thanks to Vayu. Now, Vayu and Hanuman, right? Son and father, Atmavai Putra Namasi, right? So father and son, no different. So you are my friend's son. Your father helped me, so I have to help you. Krutecha pratikartavyam esha dharma sanatanaha. If someone helped my father, I have to help him. That's it, period. That's the lesson that you are getting, right? Soyam tat pratikarardhi tattvas sammanam arhati. So, and not only that, you are qualified for that. It's not that you are a bad boy, right? That I am trying to help a bad deed. You are qualified. And how qualified you are? Atidikila pujarha prakrutopi vijanata dharmam jignasamanena kim punastva drusho mahan. who is better than you? You have to pray to guest. Atidikila pujarhaha. Again, these are all the lessons that you get from Ramayana, right? It's not about just learning. That's what I told. So, you know dharmam, you know jignasa, you know everything. Who is more qualified than you? So please rest, take it, and then go. No problem. Then Hanuman says, Pritosmin krutamadityam manyuresho paniyatam. He nicely touches the mountain and says, you know what? I told Yadharagava nirmukta sarasvasana vikramaha, right? Tachedat gamishyami lankam ravana palitam. Yadharagava, does a ram's arrow stop somewhere, take some breath and then go? No, you launch it, it will go there straight away. So, how can I just stop it here? I will go like Ram's arrow. I have to go like that. So, don't worry, you are my friend. If I touch you, it's as good as I have taken a rest. Please, don't take me wrong. You are my friend. You are my father's friend. You are respected. So, let me go, right? Tvarate karya kalo me ahascha pyativartate pratigna cha maya datta nastatavya mihantare. See, I have taken an oath. Yadaragava nirmukta sarasvasana vikrama. And I have to go fast. I have to find Sita. So I am in a hurry. Please let me go, right? And he continued. The moment he continued, Indra came. Naturally, right? He has to come when he's waiting for him to come out. And Mainaka was very, very scared, naturally, right? That he'll lose his wings. And Indra says, Hiranyanava Sailendra Paritosto Smite Brusham Abhayam te prayachami tista saumya yadha sukam. He says, I will not cut your wings because you are trying to help someone who is going on the duty of Ram. So your wings are protected, no problem. Tista saumya abhayam te prayachami. I am giving you that abhayam, right? Tista saumya yadha sukam. Happily go back and live happily, right? That's what Indra gave this thing. So, what is the moral? For having told that Sita is there, he didn't do anything. Sampati got the wings that were burnt. And for having offered to help, Hanuman didn't even take the help, right? For having offered to help, to rest, he preserved the wings that he has. That is the power of Ramakaryam, right? You do anything for Ram, Ram will protect you. That's it. Anything for that matter. So, what is the meaning of this story? Why should this story be told in Sundarakanda? Okay, of course, we learned a lot of things in the process. But more importantly, right, the meaning of this is, the Mainaka mountain is nothing but a reward. When you start anything for that matter, right, you just start. The moment you start, you will get the reward. If you take that reward at that point of time, you will stop there. If Hanuman sat on Mainaka mountain, right, he would have been happily eating the fruits and honey, and then he would have been good. No, that's not going to, he didn't stop, that's why, right? Anytime you stop, you get a reward. You get a reward, you stop, and that's the end of it, right? So, you should not do that. You have to be careful. Anything for that matter. Studies. For example, right, first exam, you study well, and you got good marks first term. Then you stop studying. What will happen? You should not take the reward. What should you do? Just take it and then offer back at the feet of God. God, it's because of you I got it. Thank you very much. Now you start studying back. Everything for that matter, right? In our office, we work. 1 year we work hard. You get a reward. Next year, if you don't work, what will happen? You have to keep that aside and then continue to focus, isn't it? That's exactly the meaning of this. So, Sundarakandam teaches all these inner aspects. See, if it is as simple as Hanuman going to Lanka, found Sita and came back, right? It doesn't take 5 minutes to complete Sundarakandam, right? Why should we actually go through all this? It teaches us the way of life in a way, right? It teaches us how a person has to shape up. And that is why it is Sundarakandam, that is why it is Upasana Kandam. And Hanuman continued forward. Maharshi calls him Sriman. Sriman is what? Actually, who do you say Sriman? Oh, he got a 5 crore lottery, so he's a Sriman, right? That's wrong. He's not Sriman. He held his money inside, right? It doesn't help him in any way. No. Hanuman is told Sriman for giving up all the pleasures and happiness and that comforts and then going forward, right? Why? Because of his determination, dedication, focus, right? That is Sriman, not the money. If he had stayed there, he would have got money, he would have had a gold biscuit to come back to his home, right? No, not that. The Sriman is that focus, right? Okay, as he is continuing, all the sages and gods were amazed. What is this? Now they want to test. No, they want to prove to the world. They want to sharpen Hanuman further. So what they do is, Tato Deva Sagandharvas Siddhascha Paramarshyaha Abruvan Surya Sankasham Surasam Nagamataram. So they went to mother of all the snakes. She is called Surasa. In fact, if you read Bhagavatam or Mahabharatam, her name is Kadruva. Vinata Kadruva. She is the mother of all the snakes. So they go to her and says, Ayam Vatatmaja Sriman Plavate Sagaropare. Sriman, right? For giving away he is giving away all the wealth and going forward. Hanuman Nama Tasyatvam Muhurtam Vignamachara. Amma, give some Vignam for a Muhurtam, right? For a small time, give a Vignam. Why? Think about it, right? I get a lottery. I say no. I can afford to say no, and then I can live my life. But imagine there is a guy standing in front with a stick and say, I'll see how you cross this road and get out of this road, right? That's where you need real guts, right? So they are asking Surasa, give him some challenge now. We want to see how he decides on the challenge. That's why Muhurtam Vignamachara. And why they go to Surasa, I'll explain to you about that. But she is Nagamata, right? So gods themselves are asking her to test. God will give us tests, isn't it? Does not God give us tests? He gives. Those are all Muhurtam Vignamachara, that's it. So what she does is, Rakshasam Rupamasthaya Sughoram Parvatopamam Damstra Karalam Pingaksham Vaktram Krutva Navassamam. So she came in the form of a big Rakshasa, big Damstra, right? The teeth, sharp eyes, red eyes. She is very, very looking scary. And she comes out. Now there is also another interesting thing. As Kadruva, she tests Garuda. She tells Garuda, go and get Amrutam from Swargam, right? Garuda goes and gets Amrutam and he frees his mother. Now, as in the same way, she is testing Hanuman. Garuda is the vehicle for Sri Mahavishnu. Hanuman is the vehicle for Sri Rama. When Yuddhakandam, right? Rama doesn't have a chariot. He sits on top of Hanuman and then goes around. And Garuda can fly, Hanuman can fly. Garuda and Hanuman are equal in strength. So she's testing both of them, right? And more importantly, she is also the sister of Sati Devi. Why? Daksha Prajapati's daughters, right? They're all Daksha Prajapati's daughters. So in a way, it's all related if you look at it, right? So she came out and she comes in front of Hanuman and says, Eva Muktatu Sadevi Daivataira Bi Satkruta Samudramajye Surasa Vibhrati Rakshasam Vapuhu. She took the form Vapuhu, right? The shape of a Rakshasa, and in a very, very dangerous form, she opens up and then stops Hanuman and says, Mama Vaksha Pradishtastva Mishwarair Vanarar Sabaha Aham Tvam Bhakshaishyami Pravishedam Mamananam. So gods have, she says, gods have given me permission to eat you. So please come inside my mouth, I want to eat you. See, if the demigods, right, the Indra and all these people, if they ask you to eat, versus Paramatma asking you to eat is very different, right? If Paramatma asks you to eat, then you become Paramatma, that's it. So she's not telling that, she's telling this gods have told. And if she wants to eat, right, she should take him and eat. She's telling you, come inside my mouth, I want to eat. She's telling, Pravishedam Mamananam. You come inside and then I will eat. That is what she is telling. Hanuman understood. So he said, Eva Mukta Surasaya Pranjalir Vanashabaha Prahustavadana Sriman Vachanam Abravit. So Prahustavadana Sriman, he is not scared, he is not shivering, he is not worried. With Prahustavadana means with happy face, right? He is telling, Idam Vachanam Abravit. He started to talk. So that's the important attribute, right? If there is a problem and if we start to melt down, if we start to cry, if we start to create a scene, what is that, right? Ramayana tells you that, you have to handle anything with that strength. You have to handle with that grit. So he started to tell. What is he telling? Ramo Dasaradhirnama Pravishto Dandakananam Lakshmanena Sahabrata Vaidahya Chapi Bharyaya. So, Ramo Dasharadhirnama. There is a king called Dasharadhi. He doesn't explain a huge detail, right? And because of his father's order, he decided to go to the Pravishto Dandakananam. He went to Dandakaranyam. Lakshmanasya Sahabrata with his brother Lakshmana. Vaidehya Chapi Bharyaya. His wife Vaidehi also came together. Anyakarya Vishaktasya Baddhavairasya Rakshasaihi. He had enmity with the Rakshasas. Tasya Sita Huta Bharya Ravanena Yashashwini. Yashashwini Sita is taken away by Ravana. So, please give me time. I'll just go. Very quickly I'll find out where Sita is and I'll come back. No problem. Please give me the time. Eva Mukta Hanumata Surasa Kamarupini Abravinatir Vatteta Kachidesha Varomama. But he says, no, I reject. I won't agree. See, I am told to eat you. I will eat you. I have to eat. Please come inside. I cannot leave you off, right? So when she said that, Hanuman immediately said, he got angry. He said, okay, fine, let's take it. Eva Mukta Surasaya Kruddho Vanara Pungavaha Kruddho. He got angry, right? Abravit Karuvai Vratram Yenamam Vishahishyase. Sasankshyapta Kayam Jimuta Iva Marutihi Tasmin Muhurte Hanuman Babuva Angushtamatra. So what he did is, okay, Amma, you want to eat me, right? Okay, I'll come inside you. You open your mouth. She opens her mouth. So she opened 10 feet, he became 20 feet. She became 20 feet, he became 30 feet. She became 30 feet, he goes to 80 feet. She opens 80 feet, he became 100 feet. Now she started to think that he's going to grow further. So she opened mouth even more than 100 feet. Suddenly he became Babuva Angushtamatrakah. So he became so small and immediately went into her mouth and came out immediately, right? He came out and said, Antarikshe sthita Sriman idam vachanam abravit. Pravishtos mihite vakram dakshayani namostute, right? He came out and said, Amma, you told me to come inside. I went inside you and came out. And dakshayani namostute. He found out who she is, right? Kadruva. Dakshayani, right? She is none other than mother herself, Sati Devi's sister. So, mother's sister is mother. So, he's telling Dakshayani namostute. I went inside and came. You cannot catch me now. That's it, right? So, you told me to come. I never guaranteed you that I'll go inside your stomach. I went inside your mouth and came. That's it. And she became very happy, right? Immediately she said, Ardha Siddhya Harisreshta Kacha Somya Yadasukam Samana Cha Vaidehim Rakhavena Mahatmana. So she gave the blessing. You go and find Vaidehi for sure. For Rama, right? Ardha Siddhya Harisreshta. Ardha means not money here. Ardha means accomplishing the task. That's the important thing, right? Many times, this is important for every person. In fact, I tell to a lot of freshers, right? Don't work for money. Work for your satisfaction for your job. Money will come automatically. If you do a good job for yourself, money will come. If you work for money, you will never get it. You work for your job, you will get it. Important lesson, right? Don't study for the marks. Study to learn. Marks will come. You study for marks, you will never get marks. You will get less marks, right? Because you are always studying for marks. So, Ardha Siddhya Harisreshta Kacha Soumya Yadhasukam. Happily go and come back, my boy. Right? You will be successful. So, Maharshi used Sriman twice. Thrice actually so far, right? Once he said Sriman for rejecting what it is. He says Sriman to Mainaka for actually offered to help to Hanuman in spite of the scare of losing the wings. He says Sriman to Hanuman for not being, scared of Surasa or giving up. And he calls Sriman for his thought, right? The deep, intense thought to go inside and come out, right? These are all attributes of not the money, but the attributes of a person that make a person rich. How does it matter? Honestly, think about it. Ravana has so much of Lanka, right? Tomorrow you will hear, with God's grace, how much, it's all gold, these are all made of gold, that's Ravana. Is he Sriman? What, does anyone name him as, Ravana? Anyone name, no one names Ravana as their kid's name, right? But you see how many people name Hanuman, Anjaneya, Pavan, so many names, right? That's the beauty. That's Sriman, right? Those attributes is Sriman. So, you know, what is the meaning of Surasa? You know, why should this Surasa thing come? Going inside her mouth and coming out is a sign that someone who stays, you know, it's not that they are, you need to be outside of family, right? You need to give up everything and then, you know, grow beard and then live a life in the jungle. It's all about how can you still live a life of a sage while still taking care of everything, right? This is what Sri Krishna Paramatma says in Bhagavad Gita, right? You don't need to, I mean, Arjuna, why are you worried about fighting? Do your job, that's it. Just do the job. Surasa growing means the desires growing, right? There is no limit to that. You know, you just don't have any limit. And they grow, they continue to grow. And at some point of time, Babuva Angushta Matrakaha, right? You just become small and they can grow, but you just go inside and come out, right? Then no one can eat you. That's the meaning of Surasa, right? At some point of time, if a person doesn't take that perspective, right? Till the last minute of life, there will always be something that is bugging, isn't it? Then where is that bliss? Where is that happiness? Sundarakaanda teaches some of these fundamentals to live happy, right? So imagine it's not the money that makes a person happy, isn't it? With all this teaches you, it's the right qualities and the right attitude that makes a person happy. That's Surasa. Then Hanuma continues. As he continues, Plavamanam tu tam drushtva simhika namarakshasi manasa chintayamasa pravruddha kamarupini. Suddenly he started to slow down. You know, that space has come down. He became very slow and, you know, he's not moving. That big thing. Then he looks around and then he sees Simhika Namarupini. There is a Rakshasi called Simhika. And that actually attracts the shadow. So it caught the shadow of Hanuman and then started to pull him down. So he lost all the speed. You know, there's nothing happening. He's just struck. Then Tiryagurdha Madaschaiva Vikshamanas Tadakapihi Dadarshya Mahasatva Mudditam Lavanambasi. So he sees that inside the ocean and he sees it is pulling him. Then he thinks, what is this? Then he remembers, oh, Sugriva told me in the south to sea you will see a creature. And that creature will hold by the shadow and then pull you. How did Sugriva know? Sugriva knows because when Vali was trying to chase Sugriva, right? Sugriva went all around the earth. He tells to Rama, he tells to all the monkeys, right? You go east, you will see this. You go west, you see this. You go north, you see this. You go south, you see this. Rama gets shocked. You know, how did you know all this? He says, Rama, it is shame, but when Vali was chasing me, I went all around the world and then I figured out all these places. But he was coming wherever I go. So finally, Hanuman told me that this Rishyasringa mountain, right? You know, Vali will never come or he'll never send anyone because he has that sharp. So he cannot come. So that's why I came here. See, that's the sign of without thinking you do, right? What will happen? You will go all around, but you will find a solution next door, right? You will waste all the energies. So he transferred that knowledge to Hanuman and then he saw this, right? Oh, okay. So this is what it is capturing. So immediately Hanuman increases his body. That Simhika also opened up its mouth. He increased further. Simhika also increased its mouth. Then he saw the life, the place, the heart of Simhika where it is there, right? Hanuman becomes very small, goes inside to just break it apart. All the sages, everyone look at him and they were shocked. Yo, what happened to Hanuman? He was taken up by this Simhika, right? And then they make a statement. Asyetasya nimajjantam dadrushat siddhacharanaha. Siddhancharana. They saw and then they were shocked. Krasyamanam yada chandram purne parvanirahuna. So, parvanirahuna. It's like, you know, Rahu eating away Chandra, right? Moon. So, this, like Rahu eats away Chandra, this all Simhika is also eating away Hanuman? No. When Rahu takes Chandra, what happens? Chandra comes out, right? Rahu, it's not permanent, it's only transit. Hanuman also went in, it's a transit. He just killed that Simhika and then the body floated on the ocean. Hanuman came out, right? So, you know, what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of Simhika? See, Simha, you just reverse Himsa, right? Simhika actually causes Himsa on the humans. What is it, Himsa? There are two things called Vihita Karma, Nishiddha Karma. Okay, what is Vihita karma and Nishiddha karma? Vihita karma means you do yajna. Okay, you are doing yajna. That's a Vihita karma. Every day you have to do Sandhya Vandanam. Every day you have to do Gayatri. Every day you have to do certain principles, right? You have to give some Dhanam. You do Yajnam. You do all those things. That's Vihita karma. Now Vihita karma will give you certain, certain, call it punyam, right? You treat it like a bank account, and then the punyam is deposited in the bank account. And what do you do with that punyam? If you don't give away that punyam, what should you use the punyam for? We are born today because you had some papam, you had some punyam. Sin and good, everything is there. That's why we are there. So you get something, you lose something. You like to eat sweets, but you have sugar. So you obviously it gets cancelled, right? You get everything. You have money, but you cannot eat. All things will be there. You have to use this punyam to clean away all the sins. That is surasa. So surasa is nothing but you have to still get inside her mouth. You cannot escape without going inside her mouth. So you do all the punyam for what? Not for you. You just give it to Sri Ram. End of the day, right? Sarvam Sri Uma Maheshwara Parabrahmarpanamastu. Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu. That's it. You give off to God. So that way, He will clean up all your past sins. We don't know what past sins are there, right? Why should we do punyam in the first place? It's only to clean up our past. But if you don't do that and you continue to accumulate punyam, right? God will give. I'm telling you, God will give. What will He do? Okay, I gave 10 rupees to that beggar. I don't want to tell Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu, right? It's for me. That punyam should come to me. Very good. Okay, God will put it in your deposit. So what will happen? You have so much of punyam, right? After death, He will say, okay, go and stay in the heaven. And in the heaven, all the punyam will be over one fine day. When punyam is over, again you have to be born as a human, and then only you have to start back. Or let us say in the next birth, you can become a Prime Minister of India. After Prime Minister of India, you will have to deal with every other problem, right? So that is not going to give you anything. But on the other hand, Surasa is that. That's why He doesn't kill Surasa. He prays to Surasa, right? Dakshayani namostute. Why? You give off everything to her. You tell what she does. You give whatever you accumulated only to her. So that when you leave, you have no attachments, right? It frees you from the attachments. That's why she freed Hanuman from the attachment, and then you get going. Simhika is Nishiddha karma. So Vihita karma you can never stop. Just because I am a Gnani, right, doesn't mean that, not me, I mean anyone is a Gnani, right, doesn't mean that he can stop Sandhya Vandanam, right? They will do that. So, but on the other hand, Nishiddha karma is those things that you should never do. I'll give you a very simple example. There are certain things you are not supposed to see. Don't see it. There are certain things which should not be in the house, right? I mean, there are so many places where, you keep some nice things, not nice things, some things that you enjoy, right? Either you drink or eat or whatever, you see, whatever. What will happen? The kids will look at that. Kids will attract it, right? That's what Simhika is attracting by the shadow, right? It doesn't hold Hanuman directly. It attracts by the shadow. The bad things actually attract from the shadow much easier than the good things, right? Good things need a lot of effort. Simhika attracts from the shadow and then does it. That's why our elders have said what picture should be there in the house, when you hang to the walls, how you should live, what is the way of life, right? They knew precisely that Simhika. So what does Hanuman do? He killed Simhika. He prayed to Surasa, he killed Simhika, right? At the root, you have to kill. So once he killed Simhika, he continued further. He got to the south shore of Lanka. Not really south shore of the sea, north shore of Lanka. So Maharshi says, Tatasya lambasya gire samruddhe vichitrakute nipapatakute. So, he got on top of Lamba mountain and he started to watch things around, and he's starting to look around and see what the next plans are. So, Sundarakaanda cannot be stopped at any place. It has to be stopped at a very happy moment. That's a rule. So that's the reason why I'm not able to stop anywhere, right? I had to rush in view of time for everyone as well. But it becomes a challenge sometimes, right? Some of the slokams are so good that I don't feel like leaving them because they're important, very important. And from tomorrow onwards, the challenge will be even more, I'm sure. So with this, I think with the happy feeling that Hanuman has crossed the ocean, and he is now crossed the first hurdle, the difficult task of crossing the ocean, and ready to get into Lanka and find Sita. I think we will stop here for today with that happy news, and we will talk whatever Amba orders for tomorrow, right? Tomorrow will be all Shodhanam. So today is karma, right? Bhagavad Gita has three things: bhakti, karma, gnana. Bhakti, without bhakti, you cannot do good karma. So today he did karma. The crossing of ocean is karma, and gnanam is naiti, 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 right? No, no, no. This is not Sita. This is not Sita. This is not Sita. And we will try to go through what challenges he will face. We will try to go through, what hurdles he will face. We will see what he needs to do to find Sita. We will go through that tomorrow. Okay, I'll give Mangalam, I'll tell Mangalam, and then we can all get up. Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam Mangalasasanapade Madacharya Purogamaihi Sarvaisha Purvai Acharyai Satkritaya Stu Mangalam Karacharana Krutam Va Karma Vakkayajam Va Sravana Nainajam Va Manasam Va Paradam Vihitam Vihitam Va Sarvamet Takshamastva Siva Siva Karunabdhe Sri Mahadeva Shambho Sarvam Sri Umamaheshwara Brahmarpanamastu Swasti.